This is Savage Annie with Into the Pit with Annie. I'm here with Claustrofobia from Brazil. Guys, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Marcos D'Angelo. I'm the guitarist and vocalist.
I'm Caio D'Angelo, I'm drummer.
I'm Rafael Yamada. I play bass and vocals.
Sweet. So you guys are here to record your new album. And you're also doing a tour, Pandemonium in the Pit with the West Coast. So how are you guys feeling about touring around the West Coast states? Utah, California, a little bit of Vegas, a little bit of Arizona.
Yeah.
Actually, we are here to play as much as we can. We came from Brazil and our main goal is touring, and of course we are gonna compose a new album here, and our base is here in Vegas. So we would like to play in the whole country when we start the West Coast now, and in August we are gonna announce another tour. So
Sweet.
we are very excited.
Awesome. All right, so Rafael, you joined about 7 months ago, roughly, right?
Yeah.
And so how has that been integrating into a band that's been playing since the 90s, who's toured with Napalm Death and all kinds of other thrash legends? How is that for you as an artist?
It's amazing. This feeling is amazing. Actually, I played in Brazil. I used to play in another band. The name is Project 46. It's a great band in Brazil, really well known there. And I started to play with them in Project 46, but I left the band and I stayed like 1 or 2 years by myself, playing and doing everything by myself. And Marcos, when they have the plan to came here to United States, they called me and tell me everything, and I was thinking, oh my God, what are I gonna do now? Because it's like
No pressure.
He called me and like three months ago.
3
3 months before
Yeah, 3 months before the
we travel.
the travel, and I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? But the things happens for a reason, you know, and I'm really happy, and I'm learning I'm learning a lot of things with them, because they like one generation before me, you know. So they played the 90s thrash metal, played with toured with a lot of bands. So for me is really special, because I play only in Brazil, because the Project 46 is a big band in Brazil, but we played only in Brazil and in Chile, and one time he came here to United States, but nothing really big, only a couple shows and come back. So for me it's a new experience. I really enjoy it.
For Download Hatred, which was your 2016 LP, you know, it was very much an anti-political, anti-online society, social media, totalitarianism type, 1984-esque inspiration. So, like, what's the difference? What's the different message with this new album that you guys are working on?
It's too early. It's too early. Too early to talk about the lyrics, because we are working in the music, the riffs, but we have a lot of ideas. The vibe is really positive. We're very happy, and I cannot say too much yet, but I can say it's gonna be very inspired.
Yeah.
And heavy, and with more identities for sure. And we have a lot of lyrics actually, but we didn't organize all the ideas. We are starting to do this now, but we are very fast. We are quickly, because we are used to compose together, no? So it's gonna be easier.
Yeah.
It's gonna be easier.
Brazil is a crazy country. For us, it's easier to write some lyrics, you know,
Yeah.
because crazy ideas and
Start writing about random, really presumptuous bloggers. And I'm kidding. Well, no, that's sweet. I like the way that your writing has transitioned over the years. Because like your first LP that was self-titled had like really short amounts of lyrics, and it was mainly riffs and drums, and so it was a lot more of just the instrumentals, and then you guys shifted to having more complex lyrics.
Yes.
So I like watching that kind of shift. Like I'm a big lyric snob, so it's nice to see. And in the way that you guys have compiled everything is really nice and tight. So like just watching your process
yeah.
earlier was awesome, because you can tell that you guys know where the imperfections are. You're not putting out a polished turd, and that's what's important in the scene, because you can polish anything and fix it in post, quote unquote. But at the end of the day, it's going to show on stage, and you guys are a stage band, so you want that to reflect it. So that's awesome. As far as touring around the world, you guys have been to a lot of places, and you've played with a lot of bands. So are there like any like shows that blew your mind, venues that you absolutely will never go back to, or like just road stories that like bands beware, or this is a great time that you want to share?
Oh,
It's a loaded question.
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Pick one
First
out of the
all,
20 years.
Thanks for the kind words for the.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, the first album we were really young. We didn't know how to written anything. I didn't know how. Now it's better for sure. But you asked about some show or stories on the road.
Yeah. Is there like
I
my
have
God.
a lot of
fan interaction?
There are a lot of good
Somebody
and
try
bad.
and get you to
Yeah.
sign their
Good.
appendage?
We're in a good or bad?
One of each.
Oh my God.
We'll edit out anything that makes you sound bad.
Ah,
I
every-
have a good memory I want to share, because when I used to play in Project 46 in Brazil, I played in Rock in Rio there in 2016, I think. 2016, I don't know, but
One of those years.
yes, and it's really cool. And I think that day, I will never go back here. I will never play here again. And I will play here again in October
Yeah.
with Claustrofobia. So it's really important for me. I'm very happy because it's my second Rock in Rio. For me, Rock in Rio is a conquer, you know, because it's a really big festival, and it's really hard to get in to play with them in the venue. It's really difficult.
Yeah,
so
you guys are
for
playing
me,
with Slayer.
it's like a conquer. I'm
You're
really
playing with
happy.
my favorite band, guys.
Yeah. Our favorite.
Ah, Tom is just
Yeah.
ah.
There's many. Every shows there is a meaningful, of course. But I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I remember one show in Brazil when we played with Sepultura. They played. They had like a party, a show party, like Sepulfest, a festival of Sepultura, and they invited us, and it was I think was the biggest show for us in that period. So after that show, everything changed.
Yeah.
We conquered a lot of fans. Everything changed. So it was really important, and we in the same year, 2004, we played a tour in Brazil for the first time for the north, because Brazil is really big. And we did by bus, not tour bus, by normal bus, bus station from it's crazy. And we stayed 40.
They can't see my face, but
Yeah, it was 40 days, crazy days, the craziness.
did the
days
bus
of
ever
my
break
life.
down like you see in the movies whenever they film something in
Yeah,
Brazil?
We can write a book talking about this.
We can.
Because
You guys should.
Yeah.
40 days on a bus in Brazil.
It was in 2004, the same year of this festival with Sepultura, so it was an important year, and we had many good stories.
We made 3 tours in Europe. It
Yeah.
was important. I don't know.
What was your favorite country in Europe to play in?
I like German and Holland.
I like Poland.
Poland. Yeah, it's
Poland's very
good.
brutal.
Yeah?
Yes.
Like the mosh pits are just that epic?
Yes.
They have one of the best death
This
metal
explains
bands.
so
also.
much about me.
A lot of good death metal bands from Poland, Vader and Decapitated, and the fans are very wild. It's something. It's very close of Brazil. So,
Nice. So at that Sepultura festival, was that like, how epic was the pit? Just out of curiosity. This is for my own personal curiosity.
There's a video on YouTube of this show.
Is that the video from that? Because
How
I've seen a
old were
few. What year was that?
2004, Claustrofobia at Sepulfest.
Yep. I've seen that video.
Yeah.
Oh
Do
my
you
god.
remember, Mark? How old were you in this concert?
23 years old.
23 years old, yeah.
23
Yeah.
years
In 2004?
Yeah. That's
23 years old.
I was not 23 years old.
No?
No. No, I was like 14.
I'm getting old, I know.
You're just like you're like a fine whiskey or a scotch. It gets better with age. Just keep it in the bottle.
What?
Alcohol.
Uh-huh.
Whiskey, scotch, they're better
Get
when they're
better
aged
with
more.
age. Like wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I know
Except
what
for I
you
don't
mean.
drink wine because that's
Gold,
for
it's better, yeah.
I don't stick out my pinky to drink
I agree,
anything.
I agree.
I mean, the younger bands kind of have a different style, and so I think thrash metal, like, it takes a certain personality, a certain ear to really master it, and so a lot of people will just do the backtracks, and they'll put on the metalcore because it's really easy to put out metalcore because it's really popular right now, and it's like old school thrash is my jam. I like my melodic death metal, and I like my metalcore, but like I like it all, and so when like there's nothing like a thrash show because those circle pits are like they're euphoria for me. I'm a slam dance with somebody. I'm gonna knock somebody down and I'm gonna pick them back up. Maybe depends. Did they knock my drink out of my hand? Then they're just gonna stay down. So for metal tourists, like people who travel to go to shows or like they travel and then they want to go see a show, if someone were to go to Brazil, is there a place that they should absolutely seek out and go out of their way to find for a metal show? And are there any places that they should avoid?
Brazil is really big. It's in the north of Brazil and the south is completely different. São Paulo is a big city, so for sure there are more shows there. It's hard to say. There's some bars, some pubs, and
Dive bar shows.
some venues. It's hard to say. It's different than here or in Europe. There circuit,
Yeah.
It's not the same. But there are a lot of really good bands, good musicians, good crowd. But it depends. São Paulo is really big. It's more than 20 million people in one city. So it's hard to say, go there because it's. But there are a lot of good venues and good bands. You have to be lucky to go in the right period and catch some good show.
Yeah, well, that's when I just message you guys and be like, hey.
Yeah. But if you're planning to go, we can check it out and check the schedule, the pubs, and venues, and bands that we know. But there are a lot of good bands. I love the Brazilian metal.
So are there any up-and-coming bands out of the Brazilian underground that people should be paying attention to, like that you guys want to give a shout-out to?
Yeah.
can say
Just start the
bands-
list.
Yeah.
We're gonna play in Rock in Rio with Torture Squad. Torture Squad is a band like us. How old like us? It's from 20 years ago, more.
Yeah.
It's a really good band. They are playing. They never stop. You know. They're gonna to play in Rock in Rio with us. Nervosa. It's another band that very. It's growing up a lot because three girls. I don't know if you know Nervosa. It's a
do
thrash
not know
metal
them,
band.
But now I'm gonna check.
They
it
are
out.
touring a lot in Europe, especially.
Uh-huh.
They played here in the United States twice, I think. It's a good band too. Crisium, I don't need to say nothing
Yeah,
about Crisium
Crisium.
because they are very solid band. Sepultura, of course, but there's some bands. I like one hardcore band called Suha.
Yeah.
Very like a crossover, you know. It's a thrash metal with hardcore.
Okay.
And another band
There's
I
a new
really
band.
like it.
Inheritance.
Inherence é legal.
Inheritance,
It's cool.
It's a new band.
And Lacerated
Yeah.
and Carbonized. It's very cool band.
It's a death metal.
Death metal, very brutal.
Yeah.
Both of those bands have popped up on my Spotify. So,
Yeah.
so they're on a playlist somewhere.
Yeah. I think that's it. I cannot just say more because.
Yeah, because
I
You
will
You
forget
can
some
talk all
more.
day. You
Yeah,
can talk
yeah.
all
In
day.
Brazil now we have a kind of wave. I don't know if the word is right, but we have a kind of wave because
Trend.
Yes, because
Trend.
the people there started to sing in Portuguese. Okay, it's cool, but they started to make music like metalcore and all these new styles, new kind of music. So now, if you listen to these bands, you will see it's very similar. So all these bands they said it's old bands, because the newest bands now in Brazil, they are all in this kind of trend to sing in Portuguese, only in Portuguese, and make slow music and heavy but really slow, and this
Yeah.
kind of new.
I know
new
Moonspell
heavy
just released it's their 1775 album earlier last year, and that entire album was in Portuguese, but they're from Portugal, so it
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
And
No,
so
it's
it's
good.
interesting to see that Brazil's taking that.
Yes, because it started, and when the first band started to sing only in Portuguese, a lot of bands started to sing in Portuguese because of this band, this first band. So now if these bands that sings in Portuguese, they made their own concerts. You know, they go to the venue and rent the venue and make the advertisement for the concert and sell the tickets and get the money and pay the venue. So it's a kind of new underground in Brazil.
Okay.
It's new.
Yeah, there are a lot of good bands in Brazil, but it's very hard to keep the band in Brazil, heavy metal. It's very hard, you know. Sometimes this band starts and after it's done,
Yeah.
you know.
When
because-
you ask it, I thought in bands more solid, you know.
yeah.
That more 10 years and then they are solid. They have a
Well, it takes work.
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to market yourself, and so that's understandable. There are tons of local bands out here that never leave Vegas or the state of Nevada, or they only go to the neighboring states. And then there are bands like there's a local band, the Nocturnal Fair. They're not metal per se. They're more of a hard rock, and they're going on tour with the 69 Eyes across the country. So like, it's all about marketing yourself, and I think a lot of bands just don't know how to do it right, regardless of the country that they're in. Yeah. Where was I going with this? Tour stories. I think I may have covered it all. Oh no, you guys released an IPA. You guys made beer.
Yes.
are you gonna come out with a stout, or is it just gonna be IPAs? Because I'm a stout girl, and like now I need to know.
Yeah, it's IPA for a while.
Yeah.
But we didn't bring, because it's hard to bring a liquid, too
I
much.
watched your other interview.
Yeah.
That's how I know about it.
If you go to Brazil, we can do something.
I'll see how many T-shirts I can sell to afford that plane ticket.
The name of this, we released 2 beers, but the last, the name is Curva. Curva, it's a song, the name of the song that we composed with Andres Kisser. And we had this idea to compose this song when we were drinking in a bar.
You were drinking in a bar? What?
Yeah. So it's a good idea. It's become a beer too, not only the song, a music, And
Because the
then,
music talks about.
I mean, I'll take a chocolate porter too. It's cool. Like just.
Yeah, the best way to have an idea to make a beer is you
drinking beer.
drunk. You get drunk
Yeah.
and have the idea.
But
There's so many out there.
We composed the music, the song before.
Yeah.
After
We had the
we had
idea.
the idea to the beer.
Yeah, we're gonna name the beer after the song.
Curva is like a slang. I don't know how to say. In Polish, curva is like bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a bad word, In Brazil, curva is like a corner.
Yeah.
But it means something like the river corner, when all the dirty stuffs stop it and everything is joined, So
It's like a dam or like a drain.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah,
just settles.
yeah. So it's like a slang truth that we say for people, only bad people, something like that. It's hard to explain in English, but in Brazil it's
I like
really,
the Polish explanation.
Yeah.
This beer's calling you a bitch. Now I have to try this beer just so I'm gonna figure out a way to do this. What are international shipping laws for beer? I'll figure that out. It might be cheaper than flying out there. Cool. Well, thank you guys for meeting with me. Do you have any last second plugs for social media or people you want to shout out?
No, just thank you for the interview. It's important for us because we are new here in Vegas and United States, so it's important to promote the name and people know more about us. You can check in the Instagram, Claustrofobia with F, not PH, Claustrofobia _. Official. And Facebook is Claustrophobia Official. And that's it.
Would you like to say thanks our sponsors, Jackson Guitars and Spunking Sticks
Nice.
and Ruin Drumheads,
EVH.
And
Yeah, you have a nice
Everybody
stack
that's
back there. That was
supportive.
nice.
Yeah.
it's
Very
nice
happy.
sound.
Yeah, and we are booking shows, so we have the tour in May, we have some shows in June, we are gonna play Death Fest here in Vegas.
Yeah.
In July we have some shows too in Reno and another shows that will be announced, and we announcing another tour in August before we go to Brazil for Rock in Rio.
Yeah.
And then the next year we'll come back
Nice.
with the new
You
album.
guys just can't stay away.
And we have a new album to finish this year and to release the next year.
I'm excited. Are you guys going to be dropping any singles in between the albums?
Yeah, we have a plan to release a single in September, especially for Rock in Rio.
Keep an eye out, people.
Yeah.
September.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate.
This is Claustrophobia. This is Savage Annie, and we're out.